Words.
Mm.
Yeah. And here we go.
No secret, it's the meat. Don't skip on the meat. I got a real good eye for prime meat. Runs in the family.
Carnivore wanna start a war. Find which celebrity got the dirty draws. Married to the game with no prenup or clause. Making every ass thing, nigga, no terms or charge. We got the meat. We got the meat. We got the meat. Hey, we making every ass thing. Got the meat. We got the meat. We. Yo.
What's poppin', everybody? What's poppin'?
You already know what the is going down. This is your host, Kevin Chaos, and I'm here with my good friend, Ja. And guess what?
Gang.
We came here to have dinner with you because we got the meats. You know what I mean? Not the roast beef curtains, but the meats, the real meats. Making every ass think is our mission, and making every ass think is just what we do. All right? So y'all already know the format. Y'all already know how we going. I know it's been a minute. Please, I appreciate you all the listeners for bearing with me and trying to get some slice of consistency with this thing. But a lot of things have been going down, the last month or so. So, our scheduling differences and as well as, a lack of inspiration because the news has been so heavy. Life has been heavy. The weather's been heavy. But it's looking like, we're breaking out of that part, kind of. You know what I mean? So we're here, and that puts us back here for another episode of what some people hopefully one day will call one of the most moving and polarizing pieces of podcast art ever witnessed for the kids.
Appreciate the impact.
You feel me?
Appreciate the impact.
And for those that don't mean for the kids, don't know what for the kids means. See, back in the 80s, 90s, there was the way that the gay children were referred to was as kids. It's the kids, the girls, the blah, blah, blah. Now I say the girls. Now I say the girls, the dolls, shit like that. So before y'all get to running off talking about, hey, pedophile, some shit, I had to clear that up. Okay. So yeah, here we are, another week. It is April. You know what I'm saying? We got through April Fool's Day.
The 26th.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to give them the exact date because who knows when this thing's gonna get published. But
that's the great thing about us though is that we just like
we do it.
We do it.
Yeah, and this is like you said, last week of April. and we're moving into May. Taurus season has started, so shouts out to all the Tauruses. My father,
Earth signs.
Rest in peace. Was a Taurus. His birthday will be coming up very soon. And actually his death date just passed not too long ago. So, been in my feelings about that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And hoping that he's looking down and proud of me, you know what I'm saying, for staying alive and surviving this hell of a mess that we got right now in our world.
Condolences, brother.
For real.
Every day.
So let's start off with a couple of things, some current events that's going on. Let's talk about some current events. What's on your plate?
Man, can we talk about this whole SWV Candy Escape
SWV Candy Escape situation? For those that do not know.
Oh, wait. One more thing.
Okay.
I want to make sure we get to this is not just a pop culture thing. This is like, how do you deal with the whole royalties? That's what I'm trying to get into. Like when people take your monies and like, how does that work?
Well, see.
And then even with them going back and forth of it being who gonna headline, who gonna do this, and we have Miss Candy speak on it. Shout out. How do you like get your business across without it coming off personal?
Well, it all depends on the situation, I guess, and that's a really there's layers to that conversation. I do believe.
There has to be.
To bring everybody up to speed, the situation that inspired this and that John's referring to is a very messy situation that happened with members of the group Escape. Particularly Latasha Scott and Tamika Scott. I always want to call her Latavia, but that's his job.
Don't do that.
Okay, so Tasha Scott.
Don't call her Farrah either.
And Tamika Scott. With the group Escape, the group that consists of Candy Burris, who is like one of the best pinners of our time, songwriters, member of Escape. She wrote No Scrubs for TLC, blah, blah, blah. Then we got T.I., what's his name? Tip, Big Tip from Atlanta, the king of Atlanta. We got his wife, Tiny, up in the motherfucker. And also the sisters, Latasha Scott, who was, the heavy set, belted out all the songs, and I guess was in a tug of war to be the lead singer with Candy, I guess. I mean, even though there really is no comparison.
There's no lead in that group, though. They all sing lead.
They all sing lead, exactly. And, because they just had this reality show along with SWV, Sisters with Voices, Coco, Lily, and Taj. Because they were both two dynamic 90s super R&B groups that now, want to come together for a show and to go on a tour. And there was a little bit of infighting about who was going to be the headliner, even though co-headliner is always the solution to that fucking debate. You know what I'm saying? Just both of y'all both big, just be co-headliners. And also what came up in like maybe the first or second episode, there was this whole thing about how Latasha, who's big sister, or she little sister to Tamika.
Latasha's the oldest.
The oldest, yeah. Tamika's the youngest. So Latasha supposedly or allegedly had intercepted a royalty check or two or three for, that were meant for Tamika Scott. The reasons as to why they would have gotten it, was she living with them for a minute or something? Is that why? Like, I don't understand how how the paperwork would have reflected, a destination of Latasha's home if it was in fact meant for Tamika. Maybe Tamika, was having a rough patch at one point and was staying with them. I don't know. But supposedly her and her shiesty husband friend took, these royalty checks and cashed them. And there's a paper trail that shows that these are the people that, did the dirty work.
Huh?
And she was able to produce these receipts. And even with that, what was obvious in the whole show was there was this really kind of contentious relationship between the younger daughter, Tamika, and the mother. You know what I'm saying? The mother seemed to be very much a Latasha fan. Like, Big Sis was getting all the love and all the adoration, all the adulation from Mama. And Tamika was dismissed a lot. You know what I mean? She was the sister that would ride or die, go or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it was Latasha, I'm riding with her type of shit, all during the height of their career. But she hasn't been able to get that same type of reciprocity.
This must have stemmed back way before it.
Oh, it started back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
As the children.
Yeah, as kids. You know what I'm saying? So they've constantly been at each other. And I do believe, and see, this is where the parents sometimes, be getting it fucked up, because, you're not really supposed to show your kids favoritism, even though you might have a favorite. You know what I'm saying? You don't let that shit known like that. You know what I'm saying? Treat them as equals, because really that's the diplomatic and that's the right thing to do, especially if they're both in the same house with this parent who is obviously, more affectionate or, respectful of the other.
Was filmed before the Lady of Soul Train, the Soul Train Awards, which they were honored at.
They were honored
back in 2022, October of 2022. So this is old for them. But then as we watch it, it all resurges, which brings us into the next thing. Is just like how celebrity time is so different from our time.
Our time, yeah, or Hollywood. Let's say
Hollywood.
Time.
Sorry, yeah, Hollywood.
Because
time.
Pre-production, production, and post-production are all eras with a piece of work or art. Especially you're talking about visual art, music industry stuff too, and yeah, on this timeline that they were on, though, you know what I'm saying? All these things came out, and all these things were a part of the show. But anyway, to go back to Josh's point, the thing is, how do you ensure or make sure that you don't get jerked in the end when it comes to stuff like royalties?
So, question for you as an artist.
Oh God,
come on now, you got this. I mean, of course you have the answer. You're an artist. When, let's say, like for the streams nowadays, because now,
jeez, that shit.
What does it take for you to even get compensated for those?
I mean, for starters, it takes thousands to millions of listens.
Okay.
Thousands to millions of listens and impressions and all that kind of stuff like that. Now, I'm not sure what the split is or what the math is on that, but streaming now is like you have to do so many thousands of streams, you know what I'm saying? So many thousands of people listening to your album or song in order to even get it to the point in which it's a monetized thing for you.
What?
Oh yeah. It's like Happy. Remember, let me use this as an example. Happy by Pharrell. It came out. Yeah. It was the Minions 2, the lead song, the theme song. And that summer, I don't know if my audience can remember this, but that summer, I know that's all you heard. All you heard everywhere on every single station, even the country stations were playing that shit. I mean, everyone was playing that fucking song, yo. So you would think, and then the song got upward, like you got maybe billions. You know what I'm saying? Let's look that up. How many streams? How much was Happy streamed? How much was Happy by Pharrell streamed? 43 million Pandora streams. Now that's Pandora. 43 million on Pandora.
This ain't Apple, this ain't Spotify, this is Pandora.
Yeah, we're gonna go through. Hopefully, we go through all of them. Look, and okay, so you got 43 million through Pandora. Let's see if it names the others. 43 million Pandora. Pussy Willows. Let's see where else. Okay, yeah, we should have did this beforehand. But hey, you guys are on the journey with us. Yes, and here we are. Weird Al Yankovic. What? Happy. Yeah, y'all remember a lot of fucking celebrities were fucking, doing little TikToks and Instagrams or whatever, you know what I'm saying, for Happy, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It reached the top of the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 for the week ending in March 8th, 2014. It was the number one single on the chart. 12 she was Pharrell had been in the game for like 12 years before he got his first number one, and it was with that, you know what I'm saying? So okay, so I'm gonna try to figure it out because that's his information, not necessarily Happy information. So on Spotify, let's see, it was streamed, oh my god, 260 million plays over the course of just 2014. That man only received $2,700. I'll repeat, $2,700 for a song that was streamed 43 million times on Pandora, 260 million times on Spotify, and who knows what Apple, you know what I'm saying, is saying, all that, like, what the actual fuck? $2,700. So that's the type of like imbalance, you know what I'm saying, there is in this streaming era. And so, you know, when I see all these, and this is gonna, you know, lead into our meat for this week, which is toxic fandom. Because, you know, one thing that I cannot stand, one thing that really pisses me off is being on a Twitter or any social media site, and you got people going at it, disrespecting one another, disrespecting the legacies and the talent, the artistic contributions of artists, simply because they're not the artists that they would prefer over some other one. And usually, you know, people like couples, people like, you know, duels, people like to see fights, people like to see conflict. And so even if the artists themselves aren't sparking this shit, or, you know what I'm saying, making an issue about another artist, fans tend to do that for them. Fans are also the thing that create beef. Fans are also the thing that do shit like get Notorious Big killed. You know what I'm saying? Fans are also the type, you know, that gets who's the rap? There was a rapper that just got killed today. But that might have been on some gang shit. Yeah, it was like this the regional guy out in LA, 22-year-old Mexican rapper.
Oh wow.
He was poised to be like the Mexican answer to Drake, basically.
Wow.
But he was nothing like Drake, you know, content nothing like Drake. He was, you know, it's like gang, trap shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he got killed while he was serving some time in jail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so like, but still, the world becomes this really, really toxic place sometimes. And okay, what am I saying? What did I do? I went down that lane for what? The point. Toxic fandom, what it does is creates the beefs, all that kind of shit like that. You have people that are sitting on social media behind computers, disrespecting and basically, you know, kind of, they talk about what they know and not what they don't know. You understand what I'm saying? And so, you know, there's always a fact checker out there somewhere. And people look at artists like they're successful or not successful based upon the charts, based upon, you know what I'm saying, the amount of times that people in particular, you know, listen to a song. Now, what I've actually seen with my own eyes are some of these crazy fans doing stuff like having seven or eight electronic devices in their house. As long as the IP address is different, you know what I'm saying, that's going to count as a separate stream. So it's 8 devices going on playing Nicki Minaj's song all day, on repeat. So in a sense, that's kind of like, that's some, to me, you know, it's kind of like some ill left ass crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to use that word, but very, very bananas kind of like, you know, approach to showing somebody that you respect or like their art. And all while trying to trash other people because they don't have a legion of fans that sit at home with 8 devices worried about how many streams they get.
All right, Kevin. Okay.
It's payola in another form.
I understand that, but let's take it back to when we always gonna take it back with y'all. Let's take it back to fandom in different eras.
Yes.
So you have like that Michael Jackson era of fandom.
Oh, you had the Michael Jackson era. But in the Michael Jackson era, people actually got their asses about the house, went to the store, purchased the CD. He got way more of that split in his pocket than these motherfuckers are getting now with streams. Now, although these kids only know streams, they think, okay, these streams, blah, 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 you know, all these streams, it's only streams such times. That doesn't measure the success of a song, though.
We understand that part. We're talking about the toxic fandom, though.
Well, what was it toxic back then? With Michael Jackson?
Is that, yes.
With Michael, yeah. I was going to say, with Michael, let's even go further back. Let's go further back. Okay.
You know have a Brandy and Monica go toe to toe, or Britney, Christina, and those fans could go back and forth. It was banter that was. I feel like it was healthy banter.
It was healthy banter.
This wasn't banter to the point where like we're beating each other up,
or we're disrespecting their kids, or we're talking. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to discredit their contributions to the game of music. Because I'm sorry, look, y'all. Let's just. We gonna go right into it. Fuck the dumb shit. The reason why this is even a topic today is I'm on Twitter and I'm seeing all this shit. Because the thing is, no matter how much people might try to hate this woman and try to discredit her history and the fact that their fave now emulates everything that this person did back in the 90s. But the disrespect to Little Kim has to stop, y'all. It really got to stop. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not playing favorites here, you know what I'm saying? Because I can appreciate, I'm the type of artist, I can appreciate everybody for their contribution or whatever the fuck. If they're good, they're good. If I like them, I like them. Plain and simple. So before you bitches get your shit all up in a bunch out there listening to this podcast, know that this ain't no Nicki Minaj disrespect per se. However, her irresponsible ass has cultivated a whole league of people who are straight up revisionists, liars, you know what I mean, and straight up just disrespectful towards the people that basically inspired their favorite to be as great as they are. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what inspired or who got in her ear to tell her that, hey, the thing you need to do when you come out is go at this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And go at her and, don't let up, that type of stuff. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can say, it might have been wrong for Ray J to say that thing that he said that time. Even though it was actually, he was stating a fact. You know what I'm saying? But what we didn't think about was the fact that we were in a new era. We're in the 2010s now. And yeah, shit's a little different because motherfuckers are a little, people they got short attention spans and short memory. Their short-term memory is fucked.
I felt like in the early 2000s, like that's when like Lady Gaga, all that trolling, and then all of a sudden now you're like this like philanthropist.
Well, who's trolling though?
Not even trolling, but just all like the shock value, like how Nicki Minaj.
Oh, well, see, and that's the thing. She when she came out in the beginning,
coming at Barbara, coming at Mariah, coming at like.
But they had to. You talking about Nicki?
I'm just saying, for example, how people are ushered into the game nowadays is way different than what it used to be.
Right. Well, and it's now predicated on this like, what can you do to either A, shock, B, diss, you know what I'm saying? Because people get clout off of just, off of dissing people, you know what I'm saying? That's what they claim, you know what I'm saying? Certain people do, but don't see that their artist is doing that shit themselves, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really that catapulted, I think it doubled Nicki Minaj's career in the beginning, was the fact or the occurrence of her taking down a legend. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, you gonna talk shit about me? All right, I'm just gonna keep coming at you, and I'm just always just whatever. And people can believe whatever they want to believe, if she wrote shit or not, if she got help writing shit or not. All these motherfuckers get help in the fucking booth. That's just what it is. That's the music industry. Y'all need to fucking get that through your heads. Your girl don't write everything herself. My girl don't write everything herself. You know what I'm saying? However, all this false narrative about, Biggie was writing the rhymes with this, that, and the other. Now, that couldn't have been true because that's what? He been gone for like 75% of her career.
Don't play with it.
Don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got respect, because that's what's happening now in this generation. Let's say Gen Z's representatives now are like, say, in this whole realm of female rap or women rapping. Is like, Cardi B, Glorilla, who's the other one? Ice Spices, you know what I'm saying? It's another one, City
Megan.
Girls, you know what I'm saying? Megan, all that kind of stuff like that. See, what happened with those girls, that generation of girls who are actually, the people consider them daughters of Nicki Minaj.
Doja.
They're actually daughters of Little Kim. And they recognize the respect that they gotta have for the people that, guess what? If it wasn't for her doing this shit, man, listen, when she was on like the Rolanda show, you remember that shit? Rolanda. It was that interview where that chick was like, they were all bashing her, talking about how, is this what you want black girls to listen to? This, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? Just really down talking her lyrics and, her approach. Now, me, at that age that I was at that time, We like, fuck all the critics. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that shit. No, this is our jam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, female rap ain't all just MC Lights or Queen Latifah's. It ain't all just butch women, you know what I'm saying? Doing butch things or tomboys. That's not what it is. She ushered in this whole new era of people standing and being comfortable, leaning into their femininity and really, really talking girl power shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that was Kim. Now without her taking all those lumps, because man, I'm telling you, they used to trash this woman in the media at first. You know what I'm saying? Oh, her shit's just so raunchy and this is that and the other. She's like Millie Jackson. Millie Jackson is another one. Without Millie Jackson, there would have been no Lil' Kim. You understand what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, because Millie Jackson was one of the nastiest singer bitches, you know what I'm saying? Black singer bitches out there. Seriously.
I love it.
For real. And even
I know,
before that,
I know, that's why I'm laughing.
We got Mae West. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on, sing me sometime. You know what I mean? That type. She was the, sex symbol and shit. We got Lena Horne.
Marilyn.
A whole bunch of Marilyn Manson. Not Marilyn Manson. Yeah, her too. But I mean, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, but there was plenty of people. All those devout Christians and all those, prissy ass, 1950 ass motherfuckers. Oh, Marilyn Monroe is she's a whore. She fucked the president. This, that, and the other. Well, look, y'all need to be switching your gaze over to these males who are married having affairs with her. She ain't got no allegiance to y'all bitches. You understand what I'm saying? But that's like some real life shit, though. You know what I'm saying? This shit it's gonna happen. It has happened with or without you, with or without this person. So stop hating. You know what I mean? Stop it. But like I said, to get back to it, Lil' Kim took a lot of lumps from many of y'all's so-called favorites now. And the thing that I love about the new generation of rap girls is that they do pay homage. They do look back to the past and they say, yo, without you, bitch, we wouldn't be here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless.
Whether it's a sample or a shout out or a line, a lyric, it's
because the thing that the kids can't stand is that they still rotating Lil' Kim shit 25 years after. It was, and heavy. Heavy. Even though her last album might have flopped for y'all standards, for today's music standards, for this whole streaming era, it might not have gotten all the streams and shit. However, it was a very brilliant piece of work. You know what I'm saying? And it was something that people appreciated, and it will age. As a matter of fact, people are coming back around to it now, 3 years later. 4 years later. You know what I'm saying?
That's the beauty of
and she hasn't stopped performing.
Some work. It's just like, it may not be hot now, but then like it comes back around.
You bitches are going to catch up eventually. Y'all going to catch up eventually.
We haven't caught up with Lauren yet, so.
Well, hold up. Whoa. There's a reason why I did not bring her up. However, and Lauren contributed what she did, but I do believe that Lauren, see what happened with her situation, I think it's way deeper than music. I think that, you know what I'm saying, the people that, approach the stars that are on the trajectory, we can call it what we want to. We can call it secret society. You can call it the Illuminati. You can call it the motherfucking, the Greys, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she got so deep, something happened and something clicked in there that showed her the ugly side of shit. And what she realized after that first album and after that whole grueling tour schedule, everything that, same thing. Everything that the business was trying to require of this woman, she saw the satanic part of it. You know what I'm saying? She saw the evil. She saw how this shit was tearing motherfuckers' lives apart and how these record companies ain't give a 1-2 shit about any of these artists. Because as soon as you stop making money for them, guess what happens? You get dropped. Or you get a nice little media story that you can never live down. Or, you know what I'm saying? You don't get support. Say if you lost a family member, your husband, or, you know what I'm saying, your kid or something like that. It's not like Atlantic Records was at your door trying to offer you condolences or make sure that you'll be okay after this. You know what I'm saying? Or with me, you do lose your record deal, whatever, for whatever reason. It's not like they give you a severance package. It's not like they're looking out anything for your life at that point because you no longer are valuable to them. You're no longer of use to them.
They made that very clear in the contract you signed when you first started.
If you would have read it.
And
that's the other shit. Now, to bring it back to the, you know what I'm saying? To bring it back to the whole Barbs, Kim's, the BeeHive shit. The thing now, you know what I'm saying? You see Lil' Kim, the industry fucked her over so bad. You know what I'm saying? Towards the end of, the end of her run. I ain't gonna say the end of her career because she very much still has a career. She is still touring. You motherfucking bitches ain't stopped nothing. And I give her way more, like, I got way more respect for that woman just for the fact that no matter what adversarial force presented itself, she was able to persevere. That's some inspirational shit to me. Seeing somebody get everything handed to them or ushered in by somebody and getting clout off of just who you know and shit, and off of dissing people, off of creating controversy, off of dissing people, like shit like that, not necessarily. I don't respect that. Again, I see your talent. You're a very gifted lyricist. You can write, but I don't respect you because the way you move in is this really kind of fucked up way. Because guess what? What's the name was out? There was Missy. There was Foxy. There was so many other female, you know what I'm saying, women rappers that were thriving and doing their fucking thing. Even though
their own thing.
75% of them, though, were still emulating her, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she started a whole fucking generation of shit. And then a lot of them didn't stick around. A lot of them didn't stay, you know what I'm saying? You never heard anything from them. Okay, cool. But she was able to get through that. You know what I'm saying?
And jail.
And that's the thing that really took her career and you know, switched it, was the fact that because of upholding her value, you know what I'm saying? Some of us can agree with this or not, around snitching or not snitching, it got her, hold up. We probably been talking this whole time and this thing probably stopped recording. Oh, shit, it's still going. Yeah. So edit that out. She's still, yeah, man, you know, it's in continuation. Fuck. Man, I'm just sick of the disrespect, y'all. And I'm sick of the revisionist history. I'm sick of everybody forgetting the past. I don't know. When my parents were raising me, they played their shit. And even though I might not have dug it like I dug the new shit that was, you know, more specific to my generation, I could appreciate it because, I don't know, I got a different understanding of music and a different narrative that came with it. My parents were saying, oh, well, this bitch did this and he slept with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? All that shit, even though that shit happened back then, I didn't find out shit about Teddy Penny, but that the way he got paralyzed until I was almost an adult. You understand what I'm saying? But there was plenty of people out there that hated or that were going with this narrative that it was a transgender person, whatever, that was in his car, that was sucking his dick or whatever, made him lose control of the car. Now, if that's true or not, the fact of the matter is they didn't stop playing his music. Even if they disagreed with the whatever, you know what I'm saying, they thought he did, whatever the rumor said, because, again, still a rumor. Well, no, actually, I saw the documentary. It was real. But still, he still had his fans. He still has his fans. You understand what I'm saying? They still rotate his shit. He didn't go out there and piss on a little girl. You know what I'm saying?
We got to remember, though, what time it was, like what time it is. So,
what time is it?
And these times, in our times, we had Jet, Ebony, 106 in Park, TRL, E-News, and that's pretty much it.
So print media, and we had media.
Entertainment Tonight, whatever, The View, and then you get like these moments with these stars. Right, so you're not. I didn't know that Kelly Price was that good until I actually saw R&B divas.
Yeah. Or that any of them, like, cause what's her name, Nikki from Brownstone? Woo, never knew she was such a. You know what I'm saying? Until I saw that shit, or that Kelly Price. You know what I'm saying? But they took her there. I mean, but whatever.
So we don't know how they really are like in those. We just know that what they are for the moment in the interview. Now you have social media where it shows every reality,
part of your life.
Every point of the life is out there.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I think that's what encourages. We forget like what encourages what.
Well,
and now they're more like what was a fan club back in the day? A PO box you had to
write a letter,
and you had to subscribe. That was just subscription.
Yeah. And we didn't have we had computers, but not like they are now.
We were in the infancy stages of the internet.
Yeah, the internet. So it's like now everybody has this big, great, powerful thing
in your hand.
That really, I mean, on one hand, is so good because guess what? People are learning a lot of shit that they wouldn't have learned had they not had this resource.
Okay.
However, it's also created a trap for those same people to get caught up in little shit and miss out on what's happening in their world, what's right in front of them. And it erases the past and things that have come, you know what I'm saying, already, the things that led up to this point. Because that's the thing. Motherfuckers, can appreciate the past when it comes to something that benefits them. You know what I'm saying? Or you get some type of reward or something. It was named the Ray Charles Award. Well, bitch, you might, before that award ceremony, read up on Ray Charles. You might figure that out. Why they're giving me this award. Why it's so important that I be the one to win it. You know what I mean?
That part too, but also remember how how hard was it to like get
break
in touch?
Through. Yeah,
to get in touch.
Yeah,
if
you could even get in touch.
Right. If Diddy's happened just to scroll, and he likes what he saw on your page.
Right.
That's the come up now. You know?
I mean, and that's how
that's
was found. You know
that's what's it called back in the day? Can you listen to
a
record?
It's demo.
Yeah, my tape. Can you listen to my tape?
Now people don't make demos. Guess what? They'll put a whole project up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what it gets people noticed. At the same time, you know what I'm saying? Hype and all that kind of shit like that is still a thing. And there are people that get poised and postured as like the coming of the next best, whatever the fuck. And it might not be that, you know what I'm saying? Or it just might be that.
You're a DM away.
Exactly. But right, you're a DM away. Like the likeliness or the ability of you to even collaborate, to even work with some of these people.
Or exchange dialogue.
Like, yeah, the veil has been lifted. You know what I'm saying? We now got this access.
Thank you.
And I think with that access, it's giving people this false sense of, for one, relevancy for themselves, a false sense of relevance for their particularly favorite artists or whatever. Because the thing they're not thinking about is, hey, they have their time. Every single one of these motherfuckers have their time. Let's bring it back to me. You know what I'm saying? Kev, you had your time. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the things that I've been grappling with, you know what I'm saying, the last couple of years, especially being not as active, you know what I'm saying, as I was before. But then again, I got music that I made that I still haven't released. A lot of shit. And it's because things have changed so much. And I kind of, a little bit of it is like apprehension that I'm a little afraid to, because we're in this era in which people are so nasty and so rude and so, you know what I'm saying, just not respectful of the past or of things that created the conditions for them now. You know what I'm saying? Because without the first 2-3 generations of gay rappers, then you would not have a Saucy Santana. You would not have a fucking Lil Nas X. You would not have all these people that are out there now putting their art out into the world that are actually empowering other fucking gay people or other kids that are growing up thinking, okay, am I going to be able to get in the industry? You know what I'm saying? Because they have talent, but it's just this one little part of their life. Like, so there's people that knock down doors all the time. And you know what I'm saying? It takes a special type of person, at least now in this era, to, you know what I'm saying, be the type that does recognize the roots. It's we're in a culture like this country, we've never really had respect for our elderly. Not since, you know, the 50s or the, you know what I mean, like early 1900s. You know what I'm saying? It really seems like that shit has gone out the door, especially post 90s. You know
Black folks too.
Yeah, we're black folks. We have no respect of black folks, but that's always been our story here in this country. So I'm used to that. But it's like, you know, just seeing how people are so disrespectful to shit that just came 10 years before them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in 10 years is not a long time.
A decade, baby.
A decade.
Design of it.
Decade ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? A decade will be here and gone before you know it. Hell, I'm living in that right now. Like, fuck, 2 minutes ago, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And again, life happens to people. Shit happens. Situations change. You know what I'm saying? Like my access to comfortable recording studio, you know, options was limited. You know what I'm saying? It became limited again. After being limited, then I had access for a certain, you know, amount of years, and then that changed. Now, I could have took it in my own hands. I could have said, hey, well, I'm going to go without this. I'm going to get me a computer. I'm going to build my studio up a long time ago. You know, I could have been done that shit, right? However, life is happening at the same time. Life is happening. So I'm losing parents. Life is happening. I'm switching jobs. Life is happening. You know what I'm saying? I go to treatment. Life is happening. You know what I'm saying? Life is happening. And so through all that, you still get a couple of people that still, you know, are expecting some output from you.
A body of work.
A body of work. Where's Chaos?
Where's the EP?
He ain't putting that out. He's not relevant anymore. Yeah, where's some. All that
He's
shit.
Not,
like, I'm not relevant. No, my thing is this. You're relevant as long as you got a voice. You're relevant as long as you got new thoughts. You're relevant as long as you can still put two words together, make them rhyme, and don't have to use a fucking rhyming dictionary to do it.
Affirmation.
You're still relevant. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I kind of had to, you know, convince myself of. You know what I'm saying? If I want to drop something today, I very well could. Now, will you bitches relate to it? Probably not, because I'm not the same person that I was 10, 12, 15 years ago. I'm definitely not. I matured in some ways. I think I've regressed in others, but I am still here and I'm still trying to figure it out just like the rest of y'all. And see, the thing y'all seem to forget is that these people at the end of the day are human fucking beings. Human beings that bleed like you and they shit like you, they fuck like you, or maybe not fuck like you, but you get my drift. You know what I'm saying? They are the same. And so you got people that are looking at these people like they are gods that are giving their offerings to these false idols. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I should have known someone was up with that word, idol. That's your idol. That's your people used to always say, is that your idol? That's your idol. Like, what the fuck? Y'all supposed to be God-fearing people. Y'all talk about idols. I don't get it. Hypocrites. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's a mess. It's a mess. And so I'm saying this, and we did this discussion today just to remind some of you people who have gotten caught up in this toxic fandom, because that's some real shit. It's a condition, just like substance abuse, I think. You know what I'm saying? The abuse, the substance that you're abusing, for one, is the internet, as well as abusing the name of other people who, again, without their contributions, you would be nowhere. Without their contributions, you'd have to take your ass out there and be the one to be the sacrificial lamb.
Hey.
And a lot of y'all lazy motherfuckers nowadays do not want to be the one that's the sacrificial lamb. Y'all see other people fall before you even make an attempt to walk.
Not stopping me.
Listen. So the point is, I'm going to bring this to a close. My point is this. It's sickening. To me, you're embarrassing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You might not know it. Your friends might not tell you. But it's embarrassing to see grown-ass people go all in for some motherfucker that probably would not piss on you if you were on fire in the middle of the street. Have all this love, so much so that you'll disrespect people, come to blows and shit like that with them, just for somebody that's a human being just like you, or just like that local artist that you fail to support. Just like that person who makes all the shit that you dig locally. Oh, the fact that they're not on fucking, music television or, you know what I'm saying, one of them shits, you look at them differently. You don't support that.
That's weird too, because
that's weird as fuck.
That's like that makes me mad, because not everyone's supposed to be there. Like, just because someone's not on this stage doesn't mean they're not going to get there next year.
And it doesn't mean that they're unhappy. And it doesn't mean that they don't feel that. It doesn't mean that they're less successful.
Some people are cool with it.
Man, listen.
They're cool with it.
For real, the way they, like, say for instance, I say the name Tech Nine. Half of this audience probably don't know who the fuck he is. But if you in hip hop, or if you ever thought about making a fucking rap song, I don't care, queer or straight, you should know who that motherfucker is. You would know who that motherfucker is, because guess what? They set it up. His contributions is what makes it possible now for us to have like an independent artist such as a Young Dolph, you know what I'm saying, or Gucci Mane, or whoever the fuck, come from basically nothing to being a huge superstar. You know what I'm saying? Overnight even.
And we need to remember to appreciate the impact of like the old heads for real, because when LL broke down to academics, like why,
right?
All these like the Biz Marquis, the De La Souls, the Curtis Blows, the P Rock and CL Smooths, like the Air B's, like those guys did not get their just due.
They did not.
Even in every part of the arts, the thespians, Shirley Ruff sold her Dreamgirls rights for $1. You know that this is the greatest story ever told, y'all. Like,
right.
Read your stuff, New Edition.
Like, who's Shirley Ralph? Who's this woman that's singing this national anthem?
Singing does not put food on the table. Singing does not pay the bills.
Look, listen.
If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention.
Sister Act, so that's
pay attention.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pay attention.
Y'all don't know about Sister Act. But you're absolutely right. And just to close this out, look, Mariah Carey, she still can sing. Okay, please stop pitting her against Beyonce. Please stop pitting her against J-Lo. That's two totally different goddamn categories. Y'all need to stop these false equivalencies. Beyonce is not the greatest that ever did it. Know that. She might have made the most money. I don't even know if she made the most money. We don't know what those inner workings are.
I like what Dionne Warwick said. Dionne Warwick was like, a legend has to be doing this for at least 5 decades.
Listen, legend, right? You can't make a legend in 20 years. That's a nice accomplishment. It's somebody their skin has been in the game for quite some time. They do deserve respect. They deserve respect. Beyonce deserves respect. The bitch been around since 1998. She deserves some respect. Put some respect on her name. I'm all about that. But there ain't no sense in you trying to put her against the Patti LaBelle or her against the Aretha Franklin. Yeah, she might have sold more records now because guess what? The economic condition for black folks is different and in a lot of ways better than it was back in the day.
But she wasn't sitting behind. She wasn't going to the Apollo in the back. I mean, she wasn't going to different venues, having to take the back.
Right. She wasn't told you can't eat here, sleep here, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Being chased by the KKK on your own tour.
Right. Not chased by fans, but by the KKK.
Seeing your whole audience be white in front of you, and then knowing
that you can't even go to the same fucking restaurant as these bitches and get you a meal after the show. Right. So you young motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? The generation, the revisionist crew, please, I encourage you, please. Do your research.
My last one for you.
Yes, because we on this time.
I know we're on time, but like what? So when we're talking about legendary status, what is iconic status?
Oh, iconic status is at some point you reach a milestone. Not just in you got to number one, not just in you had a platinum record or something like that, but a milestone such as you just inked the highest deal that in the music industry that ever has been inked for a female artist. Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That's iconic. You know what I'm saying? Mariah Carey. You got a Christmas song that to this day it's what 20? It's almost 20 years old as well. To this day is the number one fucking Christmas song, nigga. Silver Bells and Silent Night been out for centuries. You understand what I'm saying? And ain't got up to that. That's iconic. Iconic is. Look, y'all can hate on her or not. And she ain't my favorite, but Madonna. Iconic is being her age, which is like damn near 80. You understand what I'm saying? And melted face or not, she's still about to go on tour. Cher is iconic for that same purpose. She been poked and prodded and pulled and everything like that, but hey, you wouldn't have thought that she was 1 minute under fucking 50 years old if you look at her.
And her man,
well, now she might make some bad choices in dudes, and her man is fucking hot. But you know what I'm saying? He's a grifter. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. The young motherfuckers, y'all about to grift. Yeah. Let's get off of that, y'all. Yeah. Let's get off of that. Let's start to say good, respectful things to our grandparents and our parents. Let's start to say some good and respectful things to the older people that you might get into a conversation or an argument with on the street because things were just different. And y'all can't keep on playing with people like you know them or you know their past. That shit's gonna haunt you. It's gonna fuck you up. And guess what? The motherfuckers that come behind you are gonna disrespect you in the same type of way. But you know, better yet, I don't want to hear y'all say shit about none of these artists and what they doing and what they can't do until you yourself put together a body of work. Hell, put together 5 of them and build a fan base. Do some tours. Get some motherfucking credibility from the critics or from the streets, but something. It just pains me to see, thousands of people going in on Twitter talking about motherfuckers, and they can't even make a 10th of the accomplishments that these people made. Not with their regular ass lives right now. So I'm gonna need y'all to suck 5 more dicks. Keep them there. Keep them right there, and do not pull away when it's time to finish it. You're doing yourself a disservice. That's the moral of the story. We'll be right back with an Axe Chaos here on The Meat. Don't record. Hey, there we go.
We are back, y'all. We are back again, and here we are with another Ask Chaos. Now, Chaos, I think you're ready for this one. This is a little heart-wrenching for me. So, all right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, all our meaters, pay attention.
Our meat eaters.
Our meat eaters. But we're really vegans. The body vegan. Anyway, dear Chaos, I'm in a relationship right now with my boyfriend, and we are doing very well for ourselves. We begin to move into our new place this weekend, and I'm very excited. We've made very huge leaps and bounds and growing pains in our relationship. However, my partner made it very clear to me in the beginning that his non-negotiables were, I don't date addicts or ones that do narcotics. I am that. With that being said, Chaos, what do you think would be the best way to share with him how I feel? I've been sober the whole time we've been together. He makes me want to be better. He makes me stronger in this whole journey of my sobriety road. Chaos, what should I do? Peace, your friend Felipe. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Felipe, this is kind of, I wouldn't say it's a tough one, but it's a very interesting one. Because for what I'm hearing you say is that, because it kind of sounds like you want to tell him or you want to be honest with him, but you know that that's going to result in possibly the relationship dissolving. But at the same time, you're giving him props on helping you stay sober, or this relationship keeping you sober, I guess. But I don't know. It's part of. It's like I'm hearing what you want to say. I don't know. It's like because what I'm kind of hearing is that you are maybe considering relapsing or have considered it relapsing at some point, or because if that's no longer a part of your personality or your life, then you know what I'm saying, you would leave it where it is. At least that's what I understand about sobriety. You know what I'm saying? If I mean, that means you're going to meetings. Not only is this your boyfriend keeping you sober, but there must be other things keeping you sober, like meetings, fellowship, a sponsor even.
Is he even going though? Because I feel like if he was going, he probably wouldn't even be asking this.
Well, that's the thing. There's still underneath that. It feels like he's contemplating going, because it's like this: if you're not in active addiction now, you know what I'm saying? Then why are you feeling so nervous? Like, what are you anxious about? Why are you so nervous?
I think it's starting to, like, when things go good, and like he said, they're going really good.
They're going great.
They made these huge leaps and bounds and all these things, and this great growth.
Right.
He stayed sober, but then there comes a point where, like, when things are gonna pop out somewhere. It's like a cartoon character when they're trying to, like, hold all the holes of the water.
So why would it pop out? Like I'm saying. So what's the inspiration for it popping out? Is it that you are are you contemplating again? There's got to be a reason. Are you contemplating using? Are you contemplating? Are you just sitting with a moral dilemma?
Self-sabotage.
That could be it. Or are you having just a moral dilemma as to, okay, I've been keeping this secret and lying to him this whole time.
Yikes.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because it would be an indicator that, hey, you haven't been honest with this person.
Yikes.
You know, so to admit that or to bring that up now, after all this time, you know, are you prepared to deal with that fallout? Or will that fallout trigger you into relapsing? You know what I'm saying? And there's got to be a motivation. And plus, again, what's your motivation? Like, why now is it a problem? You've been together. How did they say how many years he's been with him? They've been or his partner, because they didn't even mention if his partner.
They didn't say how long they were together, but it seems like they've been to move in together. They must have been working on some really tough stuff if they made all these great leaps and bounds.
Yeah, and I was gonna say moving in together, that's a big step.
And it's
also,
what I'm
saying? And it can be a very tough step to take, but you took it, and you guys are obviously in some happy shit right now. Because I didn't hear you mention anything negative about the relationship or what you guys have right now, except for the fact that in the beginning he said no addicts, blah blah blah, this and the other. And you know, technically, if you haven't been using this whole time, you know, and maybe that's what I need to know. I need to know that for sure, that he's been sober through this whole process, because maybe he hasn't. Maybe there has been a point that he was using. Then the relationship might have got to some other point that inspired him to stay off of it. You know what I'm saying? It could be. Or what was it that made this person a person who obviously doesn't have tolerance or empathy for an addict and the disease that they're suffering from? What made you want to create a life with this person?
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
That part right there.
That's something that, you know, hopefully.
Because you get to see that person for who they truly were before you even told them about yourself.
Well, and at the same time, too, they need to see you for who you truly are and be able to accept it. So in a sense, you came into the relationship off of false pretenses. Yay! And so, you know, as a result, I mean, things usually like that don't end well. Let's just be real.
Chaos, you don't put it.
I'm just saying they don't end well. So,
but he has to keep it real.
You have to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, what your motivation is and what you're trying to get out of this. Are you saying to yourself that maybe it's run its course and you want to break free, you want to do some other things, or are you saying that no, I need to stay here to keep my sobriety and to keep things stable? And if I do stay here, will I be able to live with myself knowing that I'm not being my total self with this person? I haven't given this person my total truth. And two, that's going to affect what you're expecting from them in the relationship as well, because, hey, they may have secrets. If it comes down, if the day ever comes that you might think they're cheating on you or something like that, if they choose not to tell you, can you really get mad? Who's to say that you won't be that person?
Yikes.
That's keeping the secret, because guess what? You've maintained a secret eloquently this whole time and effectively.
Meters, please, moving forward, make sure you're very specific with your ass chaos. Because this has got me over. Oh my God.
I mean, because there's so many different ways that this situation could go. And whatever way it is, I hope that I was able to kind of shed some light on the topic, and I wish you nothing but the best. Please, when you do make whatever decision, or if you want to just even send us some more details about the situation and give us a better chance at deciphering this puzzle, then please feel free to do that. But best of luck to you. Pray for everybody that's involved, and I hope you come to some resolution. I hope we were able to help you out too. Everybody out there in the world, if you got anything that you need advice on, or any situation that you might want to just bounce off of me, please submit your user letters to The Meat Pod. That's THEMEAT pod, POD, all one word, at gmail.com. Okay? And I think that's going to do it for this week, or for this day in our episode of The Meat. We're trying to play catch up, so keep your eyes and ears open. We are now available on Apple Podcasts, so not only can you get us on Spotify and what's the other venue? I forgot. Google, I think. You can also get us now on Apple. So you Apple users, now you can get me in your shit. So follow us, follow the page, and hey, just keep eating, yo. Keep eating.
All right, meat eaters.
But yeah, one more time before we leave, I want to end with our affirmation. Repeat after me. Our pride will grow.
Our pride will grow.
In our ancestors.
In our ancestors.
In our cultures.
In our cultures.
And in ourselves.
And in ourselves.
We will grow by seeing.
We will grow by seeing.
Listening.
And
deciding for ourselves. Listen to see.
Listen to see.
Listen. And think for yourself. That's my command. Everybody, peace, love, respect. Damn, my sniffies is going off. Respect for everybody.
You nasty.
We'll see y'all later. Peace. Oh, and download my music.